Hello and welcome to another thrilling episode of Cooking for the Yum of It. Today's episode I will be attempting gratin Dauphinois, which more people will know by the common name of potatoes au gratin. Technically, scalloped potatoes au gratin. So let's get started. First, after washing the potatoes, we peel them. These are just your standard russet or baking or even boiling potatoes. Now, we use our veggie bullet to thinly slice the potatoes, making sure we are where we need to be. Okay, and you want to put them in a nice little bowl of water here. I'll explain why in a minute. Okay, I have it on the shred side. I should have been more careful, so this is no one to blame but myself. But this can still work. So maybe we'll have it done better this time. That's what it was supposed to do, but the shredded potatoes are still going to work. I will make them work. And our final potato. Okay, now you need to make sure that stays in the water. That will prevent it from oxidizing. We need a little bit more water in there until we're ready to move on with our potatoes. So let me just get a little bit more water. And now while that's there, not oxidizing, we can move on. Now our next step is we are going to take 1 cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1/8 of a teaspoon of pepper. I was amazed too. Okay, so 1/8 of a teaspoon pepper, and 1 clove or 1 teaspoon of mashed garlic. Lovely, lovely garlic. And what we're going to do next is we're going to bring this to a boil. So let's try to get this stirred around here. Also at this point we are preheating our oven to 425 degrees. Ooh, I stirred too fast and splashed some of my milk over the edge, but easily cleaned up. I find it best to always try to clean as you're going. That way you don't leave as much mess for later. Now I'll come back as soon as the milk is boiling. Okay, the milk is now boiling. The potatoes have been drained. I will put these in here. We will toss these a bit. distribute about 4 tablespoons of butter over our potatoes. Oh, careful. And we'll turn off the heat, and as soon as it's ready to go into, as soon as the oven reaches 425, we will place these in the oven. Shouldn't take too long. Oh, and I almost forgot. Actually, I did forget, but I did just remember. We want to add a little paprika for color. And now the oven has reached 425. Now this goes in the oven uncovered, so don't worry about that. And in she goes. Middle rack, which, let me move this around so you can see. I'll be setting the timer for 25 minutes. While I'm waiting for the au gratin potatoes to cook, I am also going to be serving with the dinner I'm making tonight some of my hacot vers à la maître d'hôtel, green beans tossed in butter and lemon juice. That was in a previous episode. You'll need to go back to see that one if you want. And there you have it, the Gratin Dauphinois. I'm going to give this a little taste to see if the seasoning needs to be adjusted. Maybe a little bit more salt, maybe a little bit more pepper. I'll let you know afterwards. I'm kind of stuck because I had to move my camera around and I've got no counter space right now because I am still cooking the green beans. But now I'm going to test this to see if I need to fix anything and make any adjustments. Okay, it did need a little extra salt, and that's not a problem. That's why we always test our food before we're ready. Now I'm going to move this over here, and we're going to keep this warm. Sorry, I went out of camera range for a second. We're going to keep it warm until the rest of our dinner is done. Now, here's a little kitchen hack I read. First, if you want to keep it warm, but you don't want it to dry out, you turn just barely on the lowest flame level that will maintain a flame. I have mine on, it's between 1 and 2. And then you add, to make sure the potatoes don't dry out, you add a little bit, like a 1/4 cup of milk, and you check that until you're ready to serve. But that will, and you keep it uncovered, and this should help keep everything nice and moist and tender, and your potatoes hot and ready to serve. And now, my favorite part of the whole episode, every episode, I get to eat! And of course, since it's the Gratin Dauphinois that is the star of this particular episode, I'm going to start with that. Oh. Excellent. These are even better than what you get from the boxed version that you can. Sorry, I'm still getting over my allergies, and it's not going to be better anytime soon because the spring is coming. And I spent most of the day walking with my friends, Michael and Antonio, in a park downtown near the state capitol. But anyway, this is quite good. And I'm sure this will definitely be in the running for either Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner later this year. So anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, like if you enjoyed, and always feel free to comment down below. And until next time, always remember, eat and enjoy.